This is not financial advice. This is not legal advice for entertainment, educational purposes only. Everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decisions based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos that I put them out. See what I'm thinking, see what I'm analyzing the data. But like I tell y'all every day, the data they release us is false. It's meant to give us a negative narrative of the market so they can mess with us psychologically and try to get us to sell our shares. But the thing is, all the paper hands are gone and only diamond-handed apes left. Listen, everybody's seen what happened in the market yesterday. And yes, as far as I'm concerned, they're committing felonies, okay? They're committing felonies every day. But that doesn't mean that they're not done for. That doesn't mean that the game is over for them. In my opinion, even though they're naked short in ape, they're still naked short in AMC, they're still naked short in GME. They are still in too deep. They're in too deep. And eventually, they are going to crash and burn. A lot of these market makers, these big hedge funds, they've lost trillions of dollars since the beginning of the year. And Citadel Securities, which we tend to focus on, even though they're not the biggest culprits, they just have the face of the negative hedging movement. They had to borrow $600 million a few days ago. If you're following my tweets, you think they borrowed that money because they just said, I want to take out a loan. I want to create additional debt. And sometimes a lot of companies create debt because sometimes debt is good in order for them to move in a different direction, in order for them to meet their other financial goals. But, and this is just my opinion, I believe that Citadel bought that $600 million because they are having crazy liquidity issues. I believe they're having liquidity issues. They can't make their margin calls, and they don't have the money to make their margin calls. So what they're having to do, because remember, they already lost, $94 billion in the second quarter of this year. So with the blue chip stocks, I don't want to say tanking, but being reduced in value, I know that a lot of these big dogs are getting margin called. A lot of these big dogs are having liquidity requirements. And I believe that Citadel bought that $600 million because they needed the funds to stay afloat. I remember an interview that Ken Griffin gave probably a year and a half ago. But in that interview, he said that we do whatever we need to do to survive another day. We do whatever we need to do to survive another day. And the reason they bought that $600 million, because they needed to survive another day. In the whole history of Citadel, they never sold interest in their company. And yet, about 8-9 months ago, they actually sold a percentage of the company to an outside investor. If that don't tell you that these people are on their last legs, that they about to crash and burn, nothing else will. And you think they got that $600 million loan at some really small interest rate? It's almost guaranteed that whoever loaned them that money, it was way over the APR, okay? It was way over the APR. I'm sure that loan was very, very expensive to them. But like I said, Ken Griffin said, they do whatever they can to survive another day. And that is what they're doing by shorting ape. That's why they're doing, but not just shorting ape, naked shorting ape, as far as I'm concerned. They're still naked shorting AMC. There's going to be millions, if not billions, of failure to delivers on the horizon. But I think by the end of day Wednesday, we'll have a better idea of what's going on. And the fact that all this criminal activity, all this shenanigans is going on right under the SEC nose. And the evidence of the fraud is so overwhelming, yet nothing is being done. What does that say about our government agencies that they allowed this to happen on their watch? Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe button, all the YouTube algorithm stuff, and let me know what you think about Citadel having to borrow all this money in order to stay afloat. Anyway, have a great day. God bless. I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.